So there's 6 games left in the season, but we only need 2 points to win the title. Surely now, we cannot lose it at this stage. If we do, then, I might just quit this whole YouTube thing. Hello and welcome back to the Lincoln Loco. Today we've got 2 games for you, Aston Villa and Walsall coming up. We've got 2 games to get 2 points, which is going to be enough to win the league for us if that does happen. Since you were last here then, let's have a look. We played Derby and Brighton last time and we sort of said we'd play on until we're on the edge of winning the league. So we've actually not been in the best of form actually. We've had 2 losses this time out, 2 losses which hasn't been good. We started off though with a 2-1 win over Leeds United, which was pretty nice to see. They scored pretty late on, but we controlled most of that game. We then played West Brom, who beat us with only a penalty. It should have been a draw really, but they scored a penalty, so I guess that makes it 1-0 to them, unfortunately for us. We then came up against Middlesbrough though, won 4-2 there. Pretty dominant displays, all in the first half. I was about to say all in the first half, our goals actually, but Obiolari got one in the 83rd minute, so not all in the first half, but a very dominating first half performance at least. We then lost 1-0, quite disappointingly, to Birmingham City. They're another side that are really looking to get promotion. They've sort of been darting between 2nd, 3rd and 4th. It's very close in the playoffs and the run up to 2nd place, so it'll be interesting to see what happens. Bristol City, we beat them 1-0. Obiolari scoring the only goal of that game. They had a man sent off and we should have scored a few more after that, but it didn't quite happen. And then we got a 2-2 draw against Wolves, where David Green unfortunately got an own goal. We should have won that really. Wolves sitting right far down the table, so it was a bit annoying. But we picked up a lot of injuries that game, which means that we suffer a bit of an injury crisis coming into this last game of the season, so it makes these 2 points a little bit hard to get. Now, in terms of his injury crisis, Chuma is probably out for the rest of the season. He's out for 3 to 5 weeks. Lukasic, not really a first team starter, but also 3 to 4 weeks, could be out for the rest of the season. Fletcher should be back for the next game, although I think this is actually Easter, so I think we may be playing. I think we've got this game, one day off, and then another game. So actually, Ashley Fletcher probably won't see any game time this episode. And then players that could play in their position are just coming back from injury, so I don't think you can see their condition right behind my head. But Anthony Evans and Benjamin Garre, I'm very sorry for this. The tactical dog is, she's now stopped, but she was just licking the mirror. Because it's like a full-length mirror. And she was looking at it, licking essentially herself. You're kissing yourself. Hey, you're kissing yourself. As I was saying though, Garre and Anthony Evans just come back from injury and they're not looking fit enough, 80-84% condition. And Prince Harry's just come back, but he's probably going to have to start, I think, today in today's game. So we'll look at the league table before we look at tactics. We'll get the tactical dog to explain the tactics and what's been going on. But looking at this league table then, there are 6 games left for us, maximum of 18 points available, which means that we could get to 111 points, which is pretty cool. That would break the record. 106 is the record, of course. That's what we need to be beating. West Brom only got 5 games left, but that can only get them to a maximum of 95 points, you see. So that means a win today gets us 96 points, and then we win the league. It is all pretty tight though between the top 2nd to 5th, to be fair. Any of those could win the league. They can't win the league. Any of those could get automatic promotion. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. I'd quite like to see Birmingham go up, to be honest with you, actually. Yeah, probably Birmingham, because I like Birmingham the most out of all these teams, I think. And actually, all the 3 of them are from the Birmingham area, aren't they, actually? So that makes it even more interesting. Right, tactics then, and because of injuries, we have to change things up a little bit. So the tactical dog is here to explain what's going on. Willow, please talk to us. What's going on?
So we've got Haug in goal. We've got a back 4 of Green, Francis, Williams and Valerie. Goyle, Byers and De Silva sit in the middle because they're pretty good there, right, you see? And then Osei, Samuel and Prince Harry come on for a very rare start because we've got no attacking midfielders or strikers really. And then Alori's at front as a target man support and he can't do anything else, which is a bit of a worry because who's going to score the goals?
Thank you, Willow. Tactical dog, that was very nice. We'll put you back down now. So that is essentially what we've got to do. We've got no attacking players fit, so we've got to go wingers, which should be interesting. We haven't played with wingers for a long time, so we'll see how it goes. Right, kickoff is upon us. We could win the league with a win today, which would be absolutely fantastic. Of course, Playing a slightly different formation today, which is a little bit worrying. However, I would quite like to get back to a wingers formation because, of course, last year, youth intake, we had Lacazette come in, who is a fantastic winger. We've got Dale Stainsbury, who's also a fantastic winner, both on the right-hand side, but I'm trying to train Dale to become an inside forward on the left so we can play them both at the same time. That would be pretty good, I think. So, basically, we just need to start playing with wingers a little bit more once again. As De Silva puts it through to Allore, and I'm nearly choking on something then. I'm still a little bit ill, you can probably hear from my voice. But we have managed to put ourselves 1-0 up in this game, and as it stands, if things stay like this, we have won the league at the end of this game. As I was saying though, wingers are probably something that we want to look towards to moving into when we get to the Premier League. Not necessarily straight away, but we should have it as a tactic there that we can use, because then when Lacazette and Dale Stainsbury get better, that means we can utilise them in their winger position and they'll become the best players in the world and something like that, basically. Samuel on the ball then plays it through to De Silva, who puts it through to Allore, who scored it once again. I was worried that we had him as a target man support, because it's not that attacking, really. He can't really do anything else. I'd like to have like an advance forward, but he's proven me wrong by scoring 2 goals in 17 minutes, so fair play. Thinking about Lacazette and Dale Stainsbury as well, actually, we had the youth intake coming in March, and there was literally no one there. It was one of the worst youth intakes I think we've had since we've been here, so we'll ignore it. I think the best player was like 1 4-star potential, and the rest of that were below that, so it wasn't very good. As Samuel puts the ball into the middle, but it's collected by the goalkeeper, and Allore nearly got in there, and now they've just had a wonderful ball forward. And I mean, to be fair, that was Route 1 at its absolute finest, so fair play, Villa. If you'd follow me on Twitter, at TomFM_YT, you'd know that over the past weekend I went to the Nottingham Forest Aston Villa game, purely because I just saw it was like a £5 ticket for a student thing, and I thought, alright, let's go to that then, that'd be decent. So I wanted to go to the game, but because it was a priority fixture, I couldn't buy a ticket on the gate, and I couldn't buy a ticket before the game because I'm not a Nottingham Forest member and I don't have a customer number. So they said I couldn't buy a ticket, basically, unless I find someone who is a member. So what I had to do, I tweeted out, any Forest fans want to give me their membership number or let me use their membership number so I can buy myself a ticket for the game tonight. And as I say, Samuel comes very, very close there. A man came back to me and he said, yeah, you can use mine if you want. So some bloke gave me his like membership number so I could buy a ticket. So I got to go to the Forest Villa game, which was pretty cool. So, but I really loved that. It was so nice of him to just say, yeah, you can use that, it's fine. Get yourself a ticket, enjoy the game. So that was something that happened to me over the weekend. That was pretty cool. Of course, as you know, Villa won that game 1-0, if you keep up with the championship scores. Villa, the much better side. Forest had their moments, but they just don't do anything, basically. They sit very, very deep, which is fine, but then on the counter-attack or any sort of attack, they just wouldn't do anything. Like, no one would get up with a striker. So the striker would be on his own with perhaps 1 or 2 of the players, but they just had no options. So any attack that they had was just shut down by the Villa defence completely. So they just didn't really help themselves, really, Forest, in that game. That's why they lost. Aston Villa now trying to put it came very close there. They're trying to ruin our promotion party here. We could win the league today, of course, at home, which is fantastic. Now, I reckon we may look to make some changes, I think, tactically. We don't want to lose this game now. Now, I'm starting to think perhaps we bring Samuel back a little bit. We bring Prince Harry back a little bit as well. And then, at this point, what do we do then? I mean, I don't know what substitutes to make, if I'm honest with you. Really, really unsure. We'll bring Howkins on. For Francis, because I like him there. I'd rather bring someone on for Coyle because Coyle's looking tired, but we don't have anyone. We're very, very thinly stretched at the moment in terms of substitutes, so we'll just leave it like that for now. Woodyard may come on in 5 minutes or so to go in that CDM position. Villa coming forward once again now, which is a little bit worrying. I feel like teams have finally discovered how we play our football and have decided that, what has Howkins just done? What has Howkins just done? He's given the ball away at a stupid moment. Right, we've got to bring Prince Harry up. We've got to bring Samuel up. We've got to go on to overload. We've got to go to fluid. We'll bring Coyle up here as well, and we'll bring Anthony Evans on as well as a shadow striker. And we've just now got to hope that this is going to be all right, because all of a sudden the promotion party is not looking good. Oh, and they've got another highlight now as well. They've got. I was just about to say as well, like, I feel like we're coming to a stage of a season now where we've played the formation that we usually play for so long that teams have just managed to find us out now. They know exactly our game plan and know what we're doing, and they know how to counter it now. And the winning runs that we were on at the start of the season and the end of last season have all but dried up now as, oh, for God's sake. I don't believe this. I do not believe this. How has this happened? Demand more. Jesus Christ. Right, we've got a chance now to come forward. Obiolare find himself on the ball. Just get it to one of our men, ideally, is what we should be doing there. The goalkeeper's made a poor clearance. Now, Prince Harry, just shoot! De Silva, shoot! Someone shoot! Oh my God, we can't even get it on target. I just don't understand what's happened. How have we gone from 2-0 up to losing? Oh my goodness. We've just thrown away the league title in that game. I mean, we've got another game to try and do it again, but I mean, that is unacceptable. Unacceptable. David Green demotivated. Well, you're a prick, aren't you? Same as you, Obiolare. Actually, you did pretty well out there, actually. So I'll say calmly, please how you did tonight. He's now switched off, which is slightly better than demotivated, perhaps. I don't know. We've got 2 days off before the Walsall game, which is where we could actually win the title now. I mean, that was a bit of a shock, actually. I mean, I know Villa are doing well, but I just didn't expect them to come back from 2-0 down. I didn't expect us to concede 3 goals either. We've been so good all season. It also means we have to win every single game for the rest of the season now if we want to beat that points total. I think we could have got to 111 before that, but now we can only get to 108. And if we want to actually get the title, we can if we draw one game and win the rest, we can equalise the record, but we have to win every single game from here on out now to see if we actually can win that title. Alright, we can hold a team meeting. We did one before last game, actually. We'll do it again. Let's just say, treat it like you would treat any other match out there, basically. And most players seem happy with that. Woodyard, Coylan and Harold aren't that happy, but I respect everyone who agrees with me. So morale has gone up a little bit for this game against Walsall. They're sitting 16th, so it should be a win. But I can guarantee you now, we'll bottle it again. Right, slightly risky, but we are going to go back to that diamond formation. We're going to bring on Ashley Fletcher. He's still a bit injured. I feel a bit more confident playing this formation. Benjamin Garre also comes on that attacking midfield position, which means the wingers have gone off. But everyone else stays in their same position, so we should be okay, I think, for this game. But we'll just have to wait and see now, I guess, because as we saw in the last game, anything can happen. I came into today's episode feeling pretty confident and happy that we're going to win the league. But now, all of a sudden, I feel a bit shook and I'm actually a little bit worried about this now. Going into this, we do only need 2 points, so a win today is fine. But I'm just suddenly a little bit shook after because we've not been in the best form. As Fletcher, 7 minutes into the game, puts us 1-0 up. Come on! Of course, you saw we'd lost 2 games between last episode and this episode, which means that we are starting to slow down a little bit. Teams, as I said, are starting to find us out. We just lost that game after being 2-0 up, and we could have won the title. Fortunately, we are at home again today, so it means we can win the league title in front of the home fans once again. But all of a sudden, I'm not as confident as I was, a couple of games ago, for example, that we would just absolutely dominate teams and things like that. We're coming forward once again, though, as Benjamin Garre on the ball. A lone signing who's had more game time than I thought he was actually going to get when we brought in Anthony Evans as well. But it actually has been a pretty good signing. We may look to sign him in summer, but we'll talk about that next episode. We're going to do one more episode of this season. What we'll do is we'll hopefully win the episode. We'll hopefully win the league in this game, and then we've got a chance to then get the record points total. So I'm going to show you the last game of the season, the last one we've got, and then we're going to do a little bit of a review of the team and say what we need to do to make ourselves a Premiership team, essentially. Another highlight for us now is Jan Valery collects the ball from his own throw-in, basically, and Ed Francis now has a chance to clear his lines. We're just passing it around a little bit tentatively. I think we're a little bit nervous out there still. I don't think the nerves have properly calmed down since we scored the goal. Ashley Fletcher, though, the man for the big moments, passes the ball forward, and now Alori can get it. De Silva back to Alori. Alori gets it back in, just cleared away, but Roshawn Williams is there now to come forward. Jan Valery onto De Silva. De Silva puts it through to Garre, and Benjamin Garre hits the post. We could have doubled our lead there. Unfortunately, though, it wasn't to be. Oh my goodness, Ed Francis has just scored a goal. I mean, I'll show you the rest of that because I wasn't really talking. I thought it was about to clear away, so I didn't say anything, but we scored from it. So we're now 2-0 up. I'm feeling more confident. I'm feeling a bit better. We've had a very, very dominant display actually so far. 9 shots there, 0 shots. I'm loving that. I absolutely adore that. And as things stand, 96 points is enough to win the league title for us 4 games early this season. Right, half time. Things are looking pretty well for us. If you're interested in other scores around the league, that's what they are basically. All the teams that are vying for promotion, I think, are winning. So apart from Barnsley, they're drawing. So that's an interesting one, I suppose. Right, we've stayed complacent. David Green, as always, confused and demotivated by everything that I say. But everyone seems to have gained focus. So hopefully we're not going to go and concede 3 goals in the second half like we did in the last game. Oh, Jan Valery's picked up a big injury there. We've got Connor Roberts on the bench. But Jan Valery will be missed sorely if he's out for a long time because he's a very, very good player. I can't see his injury right now. We'll watch the highlight though. Very, very weird throw in there from De Silva. He gave it straight to Walsall for whatever reason. Now they're coming forward with the ball. If they score a goal from this, De Silva is going to be punished severely. I'm not quite sure how yet, but I'll probably flog him or something like that. Francis wins the ball back though. Now Byers can try and start a move as Gary plays it forward to Fletcher. Fletcher through to Allore. And Allore can't get a shot on target. He's about to get his goal scoring bonus. I never thought he'd actually get 20 goals in a season, but he's 1 goal away from doing it, which is good for him, good for me and the team, but I didn't think he'd actually get it. Jan Valery with a potential head injury, so that's probably concussion, so that means he's probably out for 2 weeks, I think. So he may be back for some games later on, but that's probably what it is when it's a head injury and he's come straight off like that. Right, we'll make some changes now. I'm a bit annoyed because I meant to put Callum Camps on the bench, but I haven't because Callum Camps can play in the midfield, attacking midfield, or as a striker. But I forgot to put him on the bench. So what we'll do, we'll bring Anthony Evans on for Byers, and he can play as a advanced playmaker, I suppose. Allore had a very, very poor rating, but we can't take him off, basically. And, I mean, I don't know what else to do, particularly. I don't think there's much else we can do, so we'll just leave it like that. None of those players on the bench are going to change the game for us. I don't have too much confidence in them all, so... Walsall on the ball now, trying to come forward. Brian puts the ball into Lawrence. Oh, God, please don't do this again to me. Don't do this again to me, please. They've gone and snatched a goal now. With only their first shot on target as well, I'll have you know. Oh, I swear to God, if we lose this game now, or draw it, or just don't win the league in this game now, I said I'd stop YouTube, didn't I? Jesus Christ. I actually said... Oh, no, did I mean that? I didn't think I meant this episode. I think we'll change that, because I don't want to stop YouTube in case we don't win it now. I think I meant it if we didn't win the league title at all. We finished second this season. That's probably what I meant, I hope. I hope that's what came across like. Don't hold me to that, please, if that happens. We've only got a few minutes left, though, of injury time. And we are about to become the champions of the championship and secure promotion to the Premier League. More importantly, Roberts puts his ball into the middle. It's cleared away, but only as far as Gary. Just do anything. Just put it in the top corner of the stadium. We don't care. He's been fouled. It's a free kick to us. Referee, just blow your whistle. There we go. We have won the league. We've won the championship. We are going to the Premier League. I'm still so shocked that we've managed to win the league like this. In this spectacular... I just can't believe we've done so well this season, really. Cannot believe we have done so well this season. Lincoln win the Sky Bet Championship. Now, that is something that I'm looking forward to seeing one day in the future in real life, because that's going to happen surely in one day in real life. It won't, but we can dream still. Jan Valery's out for 2-3 weeks of concussion, like I said it was going to be. Now, initial budgets. Personally, I don't think we're going to get that much money. I know we're going to get loads of money from the Premier League, but we won't really get all of it until the end of our first season, essentially. So I don't think the initial budgets are going to be that big. I mean, I can't even remember what we're at the moment, actually, but we'll have a look. Jesus Christ. Initial wage budget of £425,000 a week and a transfer budget of 25 million. Now, let's just put that into perspective right now. If we go back here, currently only spending 124,000 actually, but that was right on the limit of what we had, and that has now been quadrupled, basically. And now 25 million, the most we've ever had to spend before is... the most we've ever had to spend before was 2 million, I think. I mean, we're not going to spend 25 million. We've only got £1 million in the bank right now. That will go up when we get payments for the league and sponsorship stuff, but it's not going to go up by 25 million. So we're not going to go crazy, but that's a lot of money to spend. Jeez. Yeah, straight away, Josh Da Silva wants an improved contract. I'm going to ask him to sack his agent, basically. I'm not convinced he's doing the best by you here. He agrees with me. No new contract for Da Silva because he's maybe not going to be in the team next year, so we don't want to give him that big of a contract. Oh, that is a little bit annoying, though, because he's also the agent for Phil Foden, Reece Nelson and Ryan Brewster, who are all players that I'd love to sign, actually. So, that's a bit of an issue. We have won the league, which is absolutely fantastic. We are going to do one more episode, as I said. We're going to play the Brentford game to see if we can get that points record in the league, which would be fantastic if we can. And then we'll also talk about what we need to do to become a Premier League team, basically. So thank you very much for watching today's episode. If you've enjoyed it, which you should have done because we won the bloody league, drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new around here, and I'll see you next time for the final game of the season and some more Lincoln Loco action.